Hi guys, we're back and we're moving on to NBA.
That was a long segment last night.
Yeah, it was. I didn't even realize that. It felt like 10 minutes to me.
All right, all-star picks are announced. Here is the starters for the Eastern Conference: LeBron James, Amara Stoudemire, Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, and Dwight Howard. The reserves go like this: Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo, Ray Allen, a lot of Celtics, Al Horford, Joe Johnson, and Chris Bosh. Okay? Moving on to the Western Conference now. Starters: Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony, Kobe Bryant, Chris Paul, Yao Ming. I know. And now for the reserves for the Western, it's Manu Ginobili, Dirk Nowitzki, Paul Gasol, Darren Williams, Russell Westbrook, Blake Griffin, and Tim Duncan. Now, guys,
Kevin Love?
No Kevin Love. No love for Kevin Love.
Oof.
Now, did they get it right?
Well, breaking news: Kevin Love is replacing Yao Ming in the All-Star game.
Okay.
Oh, he is going to put.
Yep. So,
all right.
Did not know.
The coaches picked the reserves, and frankly, I know Spurs are the best team in the league right now. Letting Manu Ginobili go in there, that's fine. They don't have to pull the Celtics, and just because they're the top team, give another guy. Tim Duncan is not an All-Star this year. He's only averaging 13 points a game. To have him in there over LaMarcus Aldridge or Kevin Love, that's a tragedy in my mind. I think that's ridiculous, and I think the fans did a better job putting the people in than the.
You know who I'm
coaches.
slightly shocked that's not in this?
Yep.
Shaq.
No.
I'm
he
a
doesn't
little.
even play.
Who would you put him in over?
No, I'm just saying, because it's Doc Rivers, I'm surprised he didn't pick Shaq.
Oh yeah, because the Celtics don't have enough guys over there.
No, I know, but I mean, Shaq has been pretty good this year.
They have their big four. They have their coach.
I'm just saying, give Shaq that one last chance to shine.
They have,
Give him his one last All-Star game.
he can make there next year. If he doesn't move to Turkey, there's rumors about him going to Turkey.
Right.
But as far as the East goes, I think people can shut up with the Celtics. I think that they're the main guys who should have gone in there.
They deserve it.
Yeah, I mean,
You look at the Celtics. I mean, 4 of their 5 starters are better than almost
I
everyone
can say
else.
one thing. I know Ray Allen's having one of the best seasons of his career. You throw a Joe Johnson in there who needs to be in there because the Hawks are a playoff team. I'd take Ray Allen off the board and put in Carlos Boozer. I think what Carlos Boozer has done for the Bulls with D Rose. With D Rose,
Well, who are you going to take over for
I
the
think
Celtics?
Boozer could add a little bit more depth. For that Eastern reserves.
That is true.
Let
I
me
think
say
Derrick
the
Rose
reserves.
with an MVP year. I think adding Carlos Boozer was perfect. And if you're going to go that with the Spurs, with Tim Duncan, I think Carlos Boozer should
For
be
the
there.
reserves, it goes Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo, Ray Allen, Al Horford, Joe
See, I take
Johnson.
Horford out before
No,
I
Horford's
take...
having a terrific
I
season.
know, but I
Guys
take him out before I take Allen. I take Garnett out before I take Allen out.
Garnett's having a pretty solid year right
He
now.
is, but I mean,
As far as defensively, I can make the argument that Kevin Garnett might have the better season than Amari Stoudemire right now. Amari Stoudemire's going up crazy numbers in D'Antoni's scheme, but as far as defensively as a whole package, I mean, the guy's kind of a jerk, punching Channing Frye in the privates, but I mean, we'll talk about that later. Another guy I'm surprised to not see make it was Monte Ellis. This
I know.
This guy's having an MVP season.
but I mean, when you look at who
solid.
made it, like,
I mean, you need to throw Manu Ginobili. They have the guys. I'm really happy Russell Westbrook made it.
Yeah.
I think Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant might be the best duo in the game right now, and that's saying with LeBron and Wade. As far as chemistry goes, Russell Westbrook has improved his game so much this year.
you're gonna say that over the Celtics?
Yes, 2 guys.
Yeah.
Who would you gonna play?
Well,
Pierce and Rondo.
yeah, but the Celtics have 4, so
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's a duo.
yeah.
I'm saying duo. I think
no,
Russell Westbrook. and
after I
Kevin
said
Durant-
it,
What's
After I said
Oklahoma's
that-
record? Like 30-something and 17 or
They're-
something?
they're a great
They're
team.
really
After I
good.
said that, I thought about it. I was like, well, who would the duo even be? I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta put Rondo there, but then the other 3 are still.
But for the coaches not to put, I know Kevin Love made it, but for the coaches not to have Kevin Love in there, that's
ridiculous.
I think they
he gets
figured
30 and 30.
I think they figured Yao Ming was leaving,
Yeah.
so they just.
And also,
he's averaging.
Paul Gasol is in there. Even I put Lamar Odom over there than
Yeah.
Paul Gasol. Lamar Odom coming off the bench, but putting almost the same amount of minutes. I mean, less minutes, same amount of points, same amount of stats as Paul Gasol. I'd give Lamar
I've never
Odom the
really
guy.
liked Paul Gasol that much.
I've never really liked Lamar Odom either, but as far as the season goes, I put Lamar Odom in there. I put LaMarcus Aldridge in there. I think LaMarcus Aldridge has done his best work when Brandon Roy went down. I think he's really kept the Blazers afloat once Roy was down. I think LaMarcus Aldridge should be in there. The guy's putting up 25 points a night right now. He should be in there. Kevin Love should have made it. I mean, guys like Andrew Bogut should have made it in the East. There's a lot of snubs this year.
Yeah, I mean, All-star teams are the hardest things to do.
Yes.
You know,
It's not like baseball. You got 30, 35.
or like the
losses.
NFL.
Coach has got a tough
I
job
think this
with
is
it.
probably the hardest All-Star game to pick.
I love this All-Star game though because it's a lot of points. It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of flashy stuff.
The Pro Bowl, it's like, all right,
you
I
get,
don't want to get hurt. Oh, wait, we can't have the best players because they're playing the Super Bowl. Oh, by
That's
the way,
why it's supposed to be after the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. Oh,
But-
I'm Roger Goodell.
by the way, we can't play hard defense. We don't get these players to get hurt. Just get everybody to go out there and get 45 points for the NFC in the first half. In the MLB, that's a travesty too. Everybody has to make it in there from every team. Everybody.
Yeah,
needs to have
remember Mark Redmond made
Yeah.
it, and he was awful. He
And
had
now,
5
and by the way, we'll talk about the NHL All-Star Game too. I thought that was going to be a great idea. When I saw it, at the final score, 11-10, Team Lidstrom win. I think that's a bad idea. After all, I think I like it better when it's East versus West, and I like rooting for a team I didn't know who to root for. I mean,
See,
so now I think that All-Star Game, I mean, I liked the fantasy draft. I thought it was a great idea. But for the All-Star Game to have Team Lidstrom winning, I mean, who cares? You
what
know?
I think they should do
I used to love the NHL
is
All-Star.
they should have like 2 probably future Hall of Famers that have just retired
Yeah.
be the coaches. I think that would be something that would be cool. You know what I mean?
Wait, say that again?
Like, say, I don't know, I'm just making up, no, say like Martin Brodeur retires this year.
Yeah.
Next year, he should be like the captain of a team. Because that'd be kind of interesting, like bringing him back into the game for one more thing, you know?
I mean, that's a little out there, but...
I think that would
guess.
be a little cooler.
Bringing
Yeah.
it back to NBA. All right. Who do you
We're
think?
talking about NBA.
Who do you think is the better team? East or the West?
I'm taking the East.
I think the West got them in reserves, actually. I mean,
I'm
the
taking
Celtics
the
have the
East all the
chemistry. I'll go East, though. I think with as the Celtics, all that chemistry is reserves. You saw with Detroit, I mean, they hold the record now with Detroit having 4 All-Stars in one team. That's ridiculous. 4 All-Stars in one team. All that chemistry is reserves. I think the chemistry in the starters with Wade and LeBron's going to help out. You got Rose, who's the MVP candidate. Amari Stoudemire is putting up crazy offensive numbers. And then you got the defense with Dwight Howard. I like the East right now.
All right. Moving on. Ray Allen is getting closer and closer to breaking Reggie Miller's all-time 3-point record. Thoughts on the record?
I mean,
He's going
it's,
to do it.
he's
Yeah,
going to do
obviously.
No, obviously he's going to do it. I think it's a great record, and it's really underrated, too. I mean, all-time three-pointers. This guy doesn't even break his sweat out there. He looks like he'll be out there for another 5 years.
I mean, he just flicks his wrist and
yeah.
it goes in.
You know, Reggie Miller, towards the end of his career, he was starting to slow down. He was starting to just play with his last legs. Ray Allen, I could see him playing to 40, 41, 42. And this guy goes on forever. And he just, at the end of the game, you see Garnett all wiped out, Pierce wiped out,
You know
even
what?
Rondo wiped out. Ray Allen's just running around there.
You know why he's doing so good, right? Because his mother's right in the stands cheering him on. Love it, man.
The one thing that the one thing that's always scared me about Ray Allen is the way he shoots. I don't know how that ball goes in every time. He just throws a line drive at the hoop,
Yeah.
and it just drops in.
He's just done it so long. The guy's there 2 hours before every game, just throwing out tons of practice like he needs to practice right now. And the guy's just putting up...
He's only been practicing for 20 years.
He's only got 2,500 three-pointers, in another couple of hours. But, yeah, Ray Allen, I think this guy, I mean, you look at Kevin Garnett, you look at Rajon Rondo, you look at Paul Pierce. If I was a Celtics fan, I'd hate these guys. I can't find one reason to hate Ray Allen. The guy just goes out there and does his job. He's similar to, like, I know you like Robinson Cano. Robinson Cano, I hate the Yankees, but, Derek Jeter has that problem. I don't see Robinson Cano do anything wrong. He just goes out there, does his job. A-Rod can be a jerk sometimes. Derek Jeter can do his annoying little claps and stuff. Robinson
Kind of like
Cano
an Andy Pettit.
Robinson Cano, yeah, Andy Pettit with his stare. Robinson Cano just goes out there and puts up good numbers. Ray Allen just goes out there and puts up good numbers. You can't hate these guys. I'm glad. I think this is an underrated
Or like a
record.
Dustin Pedroia for me.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. The Cleveland Cavaliers have lost 23 games in a row. Thoughts on this?
Yeah,
does that,
LeBron
does
must
that
be
count
loving
today?
this.
Does that
Yeah.
count today's loss? All right.
No. So 24.
It's at 24. They just lost to the Grizzlies.
LeBron must be
112.
loving this right now.
105.
I mean, the guy leaves Miami, and now they're just doing terrible. And I think this speaks to how good LeBron really is. When LeBron was on their team and they were #1, everyone was like, "Oh, if he was on the Lakers, if Kobe and LeBron switched, they'd be so much better." LeBron, everyone was saying how LeBron has such a great supporting cast around him with Mo Williams and everything. They're basically the same team, and they're so terrible.
They have lost a couple pieces.
I mean, if you can imagine, yeah, they lost Shaq. And Samir John went down. But I mean, if you take LeBron James and to go from the top team and take him out, and then to go lose 23 games in a row and be the worst team in the East, that's saying something about how good the guy really is.
Another thing too is a lot of teams in the East have gotten a lot better. I mean, even the Knicks and
enough to knock a team off 23 games in a row.
No, but I'm just saying that they have more competition this year. On top of losing
their last win was in OT. If you take out that, if they lost that game, they can go up another 10 games. This team is terrible right now.
Isn't it like 30 games on the road that they've lost?
They're a terrible, terrible team. I know they're very inexperienced, but I'm just saying, I mean, this team looks so great, and it was all, Mo Williams, J.J. Hickson, Anderson Varejao, this guy has such a great core. They're all still there, with the exception of Anderson Varejao who's fallen. LeBron makes that much difference. I think he's that great of a player. So I mean, it's terrible for Cleveland right now.
I think it's more of the chemistry that he had with those players.
And I love how Dan Gilbert said, "Oh yeah, I bet you anything we're going to win a championship before LeBron James." Yeah, good luck with that happening.
Oh, I can still see it happening.
Yeah, I can't see that happening.
All right, now
they might as well just go out and grab a bunch of high school teams and put them together.
we're past the 10-minute mark here. So would you want to fit in the NFL awards stuff like that into this part? Into this segment?
Sure.
If it goes into the next segment.
Yeah,
all right.
We'll do it quickly.
Moving into NFL, some awards were announced. Let's see how your guys' predictions were. Rookies of the year, excuse me. Defensive Ndamukong Suh and offensive Sam Bradford. Thoughts on that?
Yeah.
No arguments.
Well, you should have an argument because you said there's
Devin McCourty. No, I know. I love Devin McCourty. I still think he should be first, but I mean, Ndamukong Suh is a beast too. So yeah. there's no way to argue that.
I can't argue because they were my picks.
Yeah.
So I should get some credit for that.
No, yeah, you did a very good job.
You know, Sam Bradford. What we said about him last episode, leads his team. He was a great offensive player.
I forgot he was a rookie.
Yeah.
To be honest with
he had no targets around him. Just that.
Lost two of his best receivers.
He had Steven Jackson behind him. That was basically it.
And he's not even as good as everybody thinks.
And really, I know that division's terrible. He almost got them a playoff berth just single-handedly. That was
no defense.
That was a terrific season by Sam Bradford, and I think that was really underrated too. And Ndamukong Suh, he really put that defense on the map. You know, that defense was terrible once they were 0-16 a couple years ago, and really that defense hasn't changed too much. They were a solid defense this year with Ndamukong Suh. And he was when he played the Patriots, I got to see him a lot. That guy was a real good pass rusher, and he's going to be real good for some time.
Like I said, I still love Devin McCourty, but if he's not going to win, it's going to be Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah, I think in any other year, these guys would have been a lock. But I mean, too bad that these two guys have to play in the same year because Devin McCourty really should be in the defensive rookie of the year, a different year.
I think the only thing that's giving me the edge is because I am a Patriots fan.
Yeah.
You know, giving the edge to McCourty.
Yeah.
I think it's a bias thing, but I don't know.
No arguments.
No.
All right. Well, moving on. Can you guess who won the Coach of the Year?
I would have given it to Todd Healy.
Bill Cowher.
I would have given it to Todd Healy. I know I'm a Patriots fan too, and I'm usually biased.
I know, but since he's a Patriots fan, I mean, you know, I asked him if he could guess.
I would have put Belichick third. I think this might be one of the best seasons as Belichick's ever coached. And would you put this as his greatest season he's coached? Over 01, over 07?
01 maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's close.
I put him
over 07 definitely.
The Matt Castle year was pretty solid too.
He had a lot to work with back then. Now he had to rebuild
the way Bill Belichick did after that.
No, you know what? I'm giving him this just because of his draft.
Okay, but listen, with Matt Castle, they had a terrible draft before that, and Matt Castle was really struggling. By the end of the year, he was putting up Tom Brady-like numbers, and that says something for Belichick's coaching. I really liked that year. I really liked 07. I loved 01. And but I think this year might have been one of his best. But I still would have given it to Todd Haley. What he did with Kansas City this year, and actually throwing Charlie Weiss, single-handedly getting Charlie Weiss off that team because Todd Haley was doing too much for that offense. I think it should have been him. And even Raheem Morris, even though they didn't make it.
Yeah, I'm still giving it to Belichick.
All right. Now moving on, can you guess who won the Offensive Player of the Year?
Vince Young?
Nope.
No?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady, yes.
Oh.
Okay. Thoughts on that?
how can you argue with it?
Vince Young was close. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
but what Mike
it comes down to Brady and Vic, really.
Vic, Rivers, but really Brady best.
I mean,
numbers.
Brady just at the end of the season took off with it.
Yeah.
I mean, passer rating, touchdowns.
Best offensive player
14-2.
for 2010 goes to Tom Brady, hands down. This guy was tremendous. He was really mastering that position the whole season.
I think honestly he's the MVP.
Oh yeah, he'll be the MVP.
All right. Moving on. A shocker for
Clay
everybody.
Matthews win Defensive Player of the Year.
No.
Nope.
Guess who?
Troy
Polamalu.
Yeah.
Worst
Thoughts on Okay.
defensive player award ever, in my opinion.
I don't even think he's the best defensive player on his team.
I'd
this
say
year.
he's like the third best.
No, I think James Harrison's had a terrific year.
James Harrison by far blows him out of the water.
I mean, he's a great player, but I mean, we're all the talk about Clay Matthews this year, and Julius Peppers. He had a great season transitioning to Chicago, putting up that much sacks and really leading Chicago with their lacquer. I would have given credit to him. I know Troy Polamalu. I mean, when you think Defensive Player of the Year, you get. I mean,
I take Ed Reed over
these people just
Polamalu.
keep on giving James Harrison all these Steelers. I mean, with all the talk of Clay Matthews, he's an MVP candidate. I don't know how this guy couldn't win Defensive Player of the Year. This guy was the quarterback of that defense. He really led that team the whole season. Really gave quarterbacks fits that whole season. I think for Clay Matthews not to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, that's
Am I wrong that Ed Reed missed a few games this year?
maybe. I don't remember. Really remember.
He did, right? Yeah. He had what, like 7 or 8 interceptions, and he missed like 4 or 5 games, something like that. I mean, I think if he played the whole season out, he might have gotten it, but just because of the way he played, you know.
I mean, if you go to Baltimore too, I put Nada there. Nada was another person who could have been Defensive Rookie.
I don't even think Polamalu's in the top 10. So,
top 10, yeah. I put him top 5, but not top 1.
I don't think so. There were just so many other players that were better than him.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
but it is Polamalu, so he's gonna. The name gets the edge.
Hey guys, can I just ask him one quick question? In the Super Bowl, would you rather have your team with Clay Matthews or Troy Polamalu?
Clay Matthews.
Clay Matthews, straight up.
Yeah.
You with the experience, right?
all right.
Well,
We'll see.
It depends on what team.
We'll see.
What
Come
team
Sunday,
you're facing.
maybe Troy Polamalu has a great in his life. Maybe Clay Matthews sucks. I don't know. We'll see.
You know, going against the Patriots, I'd want Troy Polamalu because he'd be able to pick off Brady. Because pass rushing Brady means nothing. But overall, I'd want Clay Matthews.
I can disagree with that on a different day.
Alrighty then. Well, we have MLB and NHL coming up next, so stay tuned for our third and final part.